Hi, my name is Chris Holton Jablonski, and it is my great joy and privilege to serve you as your minister. This is Mending by Nancy Schaefer. How shall we mend you, sweet soul? What shall we use, and how is it in the first place you've come to be torn? Come sit. Come tell me, we will find a way to mend you. I would offer you so much, sweet soul, this banana, sliced in rounds of palest yellow atop hot cereal, or these raisins scattered through it if you'd rather. Would offer cellos in the background, singing melodies Vivaldi heard and wrote for us to keep. Would hold out to you everything colored blue or lavender or light green. All of this I would offer you, sweet soul. All of it or any piece of it might mend you. I would offer you, sweet soul, this chair by the window, this sunlight on the floor and the cat asleep in it. I would offer you my silence, my presence, all this love I have and my sorrow you've become torn. How shall we mend you, sweet soul? With these, I think, gently we can begin. We will mend you with a rocking chair, some raisins, a cat, a field of lavender beginning now to bloom. We will mend you with songs remembered entirely for the first time ever they are heard. We will mend you with pieces of your own self, sweet soul, with what you've taught from the very beginning. I am sending you so much love this election week. At the time of this recording, we are still awaiting results. I am so grateful for all of you who volunteered so much time and energy to help with this election. So many of you worked so hard. And while we are still unclear about the outcome, I am reminded again that the struggle is long. I am somehow comforted by the long arc of social change. I am comforted and guided and consoled by the example of so many who have worked so hard for so long. Against daunting odds, with the fresh song of possible freedom just a whisper in their ears, people who have worked tirelessly for justice and truth, for freedom and beauty. In the anti-racism book group, we have just read Caste by Isabel Wilkerson. I commend the book to you all. It's a beautifully written and keenly wise and incisive look at the divisions in our society. The whole book I found fascinating, but in one part she tells the story of a group of anthropologists who headed down south to research caste in the Deep South in 1933. She writes, in the fall of 1933, a distinguished black couple newly returned from their studies in Europe, headed south from Virginia in the direction of Nashville, and then with both dread and anticipation, past the symbolic Iron Curtain into the heart of Jim Crow, Mississippi. They were anthropologists embarking on a perilous 2-year study of the social hierarchy of the South. They were entering hostile, alien territory where they would have to learn to sublimate their upright bearing and submit to the humiliations of the social order, knowing any slip could cost them their lives. They were driving headlong into a region where a black person was lynched every 4 days for some breach, large or small. Allison Davis was an impeccably tailored academic with the sculpted, square-jawed face of a film star, and his wife, Elizabeth, was a model of refinement. But their path was a twisting obstacle course. Just the previous spring, they had cut short their advanced studies in the University of Berlin and fled Germany when Hitler took power. They had seen the Nazis burn books, jail teachers, and this gave them new insight into the nature of hate. And combined with the burdens he bore in his own country, further inspired him to examine injustice. The Davises joined forces with a white couple, and together with another anthropologist who joined their team, they conducted their research at great personal danger for 2 years in the seething heart of the Jim Crow South. I am so inspired by the fact that these two witnessed the rise of Hitler, saw a world engulfed in hatred, and then fled to the United States and chose to head right into the belly of the beast to research and to witness, to experience directly the truth of the Jim Crow South and report it to the world. I'm inspired by their strength and their example, and I am reminded of our work together. This is hard, this moment we are sharing. We are facing so much on every front. We are staring down a winter of the virus expanding, our circles of movement and support tightening, but we are held now. You are held now by the powerful love of First Church. There are so many ways to reach out, so many ways to connect. You'll be hearing a lot about this in the coming weeks. Many announcements have already been made. But for me, the resonance with the Davises is that the work ahead of us is sometimes daunting, but our purpose is clear. Our work, now and always, our work, whatever happens in the election, stated in our mission here at the church, is that we honor the holiness in one another and all that is. Living mindfully, we serve our community and our world. We strive now and always to see the sacredness in this life, in this very life, with this election and this society and this new way of living. We strive to seek out awe in the simple moments, to be reminded of the power and miracle and beauty of life, and to infuse this living with mindfulness, to learn and grow, to lean in like the Davises, to have a holy curiosity in this living, the hardest parts and the most sublime, and then holding it all to serve one another here in this community, to connect, to hold one another, to allow ourselves to be held, and to serve the wider world. To see this world, this country, to see our community exactly as it is, and to hold in our hearts all it yet may be and become, and to work tirelessly for that vision. So thank you. How shall we mend you, sweet soul? We shall mend you with pieces of your own self, with what you have taught from the beginning. We shall mend you with this work for justice, with this sun and the cat curled up in it, with this new day dawning, with these postcards and phone calls, with this text banking and organizing, with these meetings. We shall mend you with the inexhaustible spirit of those upon whose shoulders we now stand. We shall mend you with this long arc of justice and the savored beauty of a world made new. We shall mend you slowly, patiently, with great commitment and with gentle care. So much love to you all. Amen.